Hi, my name's Abby, and this is my YouTube channel. This is my first ever YouTube video, and I'm just going to give you a little background about myself and my book life and what I want to do with this video, what I want to do with this channel, and all of that. So first off, a little bit about myself. My name's Abby, as you heard. I'm 20 years old. I'm in college. I'm an English major, and so my background about reading and stuff, I've always read. I've been a big reader. My family's big readers, and so I've always been reading. I can definitely say that I really started to read whenever I was about 17 and in high school, and I've just been reading like crazy ever since. So I started this YouTube channel because I love books, and I just really want to share like my love of books with people and create a community with people who love books and like see what they think and have my opinions out there and just really be able to like share my love for books with other people who also share a love for books. So what I want to do with this video today is a to-be read book list. I have a stack of books here that I have either been given or bought or been recommended to read, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet, so I'm just going to dive right into this stack and just going to dive right into this stack. So the first set of books I have here are books that I've bought and I've just really wanted to read, but I haven't had time to. So the first book I have here is We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallish. It was just one of those, I saw it, it looked so good, the description was really good, and it just looked really interesting, so I bought it. The next book I have here is We Know It Was You by Maggie Thrash. I think I bought this in the same time I bought that book a couple weeks back. I just went in and just bought a ton of books, and here I am. One book that I've been really dying to read is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. You know, it's a classic, and I absolutely love classics. I've been watching The Hobbit ever since I was a child, the animated version. I loved it. My mom loves it, so I'm just really excited about reading this. I bought this book off of Thrift Books, and so I've heard a lot of good things about The Hobbit, so I bought this book and I really want to read it. The next book I have here is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I think I've read just about every book that John Green has ever written. I love him as an author. I love his books. And so I'm just really excited about reading this one, and I'm ready to dive into it over Christmas break. The next book I have here is Stealing Snow by Danielle Page. The cover of this book is absolutely gorgeous. I just think that it is so pretty. I bought this book with the other books that I mentioned earlier. It was just one of those I saw. I read the description, I flipped through a couple of the pages, and it just looks so good. And so this is definitely one that I'll be reading really soon. Next I have a set of books that like my friends have recommended, people have given me, and I'm super excited about reading these. The first book I have is The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. One of my good friends actually read the series, and she absolutely loved these books, and she was like, you have to read these. So I got the first book, and it is such a beautiful cover. I love the aesthetic of it. It's just really pretty, and so I'm super excited about reading this one. The next book I have here is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This was the same friend that mentioned the book earlier. She said, you have to read this book. I love this series. You have to read it. And so I got the first book again, and it looks really pretty. The description, it seems so interesting, and so I'm really looking forward to reading it. The next set of books I have here are series that I have started but I haven't finished yet. So the first series that I have here is the Beautiful Creatures series. I read the first book, Beautiful Creatures, and I have the third and the fourth book. I don't have the second book yet, but I'm planning on getting it soon. This is by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. And then these books, the first one was really interesting. It was so good, and so I'm super ready to finish this series. I just have to get the second book, and so that way I can have the complete series and finish it. The next book I have here is Catacomb by Madeline Rowe. I read the first 2 books of this series, and then the third one just recently came out, maybe in the last 6 months, maybe a year ago. And so I am super excited about reading this book. I have read the first 2. It was so interesting. It's a mystery, it's a thriller, it's a ghost story. It's just so good. And so I'm super excited about reading this one. The next series I have here is kind of an older series. I think a lot of my friends read it in elementary school, maybe middle school, is the Ugly series by Scott Westerfield. I read the first book, Uglies. I'm currently reading the second book, The Pretties, and this series is just so good. I had heard so many good things about it whenever I was younger, and so I was looking for something to read, and I decided to get this series. I have the last 2 books here that I have, the specials and extras, and I'm super ready to finish this one after finals week and then dive into the last 2. And the next book I have here is Clockwork Angels by Cassandra Clare. I love Cassandra Clare. I read The Mortal Instruments. Those books were so good. I love them all. So interesting. I haven't read The Infernal Devices yet. I'm super excited about reading them. I'm ready to get into it. I think it's going to be a great series. Love Cassandra Clare. And so that's just a set of books that I'm so excited to read. Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. I'm on the second book of this series. I have finished the first one recently. It's a really good book series. The book series is called Fallen Kingdoms. And that's also the name of the first book, and it's such an incredible book series. The last book I have here is Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. This is the second book to the Diviner series. I have the first book on my Kindle, which I have not started reading yet. I actually bought the second book because it was on sale, and I already had the first book, so I was like, might as well. So, it looks interesting. It's about some supernatural stuff like ghosts, and just seems so interesting. So I have a couple books that I didn't mention in my to be read list. They're books that I've started and just didn't like, or they didn't interest me. So I guess they'll stay on that list forever. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I'm so excited to start this channel and to video more videos about books and let you know what I think about books and hear what you think about books. And so I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.